Peace and love, everyone. As you know, I'm Jay Rube within the Meximo Empire, and I know I haven't been on here in a while, so I just wanted to come on here and share some of the few updates that's been going on with the deep water operations. And then be transparent, things are moving slow, but we're going to continue to push it and progress it because we know this is a great cause and helping our folks out. And as you all know, I've been posting stuff. I haven't been on here in a while. That's because I've been a little bit busy, but got some time today to get on here and just share a few updates regarding that. And of course, to continue to relate and tie the connections and show some of the benefits of it. Pertaining to, this is what we call I guess you want to call it the reincarnated version of the Black Star Line with what Honorable the ancestor Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey was doing. Excuse me for that. So that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to enhance what he did and take it a step further by starting small scale, then building up. Some of the things that went wrong was, of course, some of the arguments or mismanagement or misconduct of some of our folks. Also, some of the mismanagement of money. Also, the investment of some of the vessels that the ancestor Marcus Garvey invested in. Some of them were 30, 40 years old, and they had a lot of mechanical problems, and one of them actually sunk in a river. So we're learning from this, and also you got the issues with Firestone and W. Du Bois and other COINTELPRO agents that were in place, that were put in place by J. Abe Hoover. Those of you who don't know, he did not pretty much anything that we were doing that was in their jurisdiction that he could stop, he was going to do that. So he stopped a lot of movements from happening because he had folks that could infiltrate a lot of stuff. So we learned from those mistakes. And for example, we're going to start small first. Don't go after the big heavy freighters first. Start small and acquire the ones that you can get and own them brand new. That way we know we don't have the mechanical problems. Also, train the crew before putting them to sea, because that was an issue on the Black Star Lines where a lot of the crew was not trained. If you train the crew right, they will know how to fix and handle problems. For example, we have a 17,000 page curriculum in the Imperial Maritime Agency, which deals with everything regarding sea, how to be at sea, stay on sea, and continuously being put at sea, and handle any emergency situation on sea. Because we're going to partner that in learning ESA, which is our version of Emergency Service Agency, which they know how to handle fires, floods, things of that nature, as well as know how to maintain a deep water vessel, a ship, or a boat. Also, they'll learn various forms of sea navigation, whether it be from compass, whether it be from a sextant dealing with the stars, the constellations. They'll know various amount of navigation to get from point A to point B, and to point B back to point A again. So we're covering ground to where basically what Marcus Garvey's filling in some of the gaps and learning from his mistakes. So that's something right there that I wanted to share that we're going to do. Also, the point of the Black Star Line was for us to have a connection with our family from across the ocean, what many folks call Africa. So what happened was that W. Du Bois and J. Hoover and all of them, when they found out about it, they infiltrated that. So the thing is, though, is that we already built that bond and connection with our folks, so we're already over there. So and to be honest with you, there's nothing no one can say to them over there that's going to stop them from wanting to build with us, because we built that bond. We're like this now, as y'all can see from us building Mormart over there. So Mormart was the purpose of that was so that we can be able to do trade internationally in our own form without the involvement of the United States, basically. And we're doing it in our jurisdiction, which gives us the right to be able to do that. So all the law stuff, of course, that we'll be able to handle that. That's not going to be the issue. We just have to make sure that we have the right crew, have them trained, and of course, acquiring the vessels. Actually, once we get the right crew and we are able to train them, that's not going to be a problem right there, because we have the structure and the curriculum and everything to train them. So it's just a matter of basically finding the right men and women that want to do it. So, but once we do that, it's going to do what the Black Star Line, was going to be doing, or going to enhance what they did, such as doing trade from one side of the ocean to the next, because that was the purpose of the Black Star Line, was enterprise, business, entrepreneurship, to where we can do that on our own, without the involvement of everyone else. So I just want to make that perspective, bring that to light. As y'all see, when I had made a post about that, the purpose of the Black Star Line, how it got started back in 1919, when Marcus Garvey raised the funds. He raised, I think it was like 800,000 over in funds, and pretty much was able to acquire, 3 vessels, but they were old. The problem is that you don't want to get the old, you want to get something new. That way, like I said, you don't have all those mechanical and physical problems going on with it, to where you have to invest so much money in it to fix it. Get something brand new to be able to do that. Also, for those of you who don't know, that if you see a sailboat yacht, let's say for 150 foot to 200 foot, the outside of a vessel or a boat does not matter. How it looks on the outside does not matter, as long as it's brand new. But how it looks on the outside does not matter, as long as you can refit it or change the configurations of the actual vessels to what you're trying to do, such as sail across the seas or the ocean, back and forth continuously. You'll be able to do that. It's called refitting or changing the configurations of the vessel. So that's all you have to do right there. So I was gonna get updates on that, and everything, and just continue to tie everything in, so that, folks can be able to grasp both sides and all the perspectives. So also, I'm going to get a shout out to Mormont Management, my man Raw. Appreciate the hat. Also be on the stay tuned for big and upcoming things from Mormont. And also, as far as for my business as well, I'm getting ready to launch that soon, so stay tuned for that. So I'll be dropping previews very soon, so stay tuned for that. But I want to say thank you all. I appreciate all of you, and peace and love, everyone.